Hi everyone, in this video we're going to be exploring Xiao with the TCM Weaver. So I'm just going to open up my search here and go ahead and type it in. There we go. And we've got Xiao. I'm going to open it with this arrow here. And now I can read about the formula. I can see the ingredients and the instructions, the actions, the indications, all this kind of stuff. If there's any contraindications, that's all in here. And what else I can do is I can click on any of these links. I can look at the ingredients. For example, if I want to learn more about chai hu, I click the link and now I've got my information about chai hu is up and I can read about that. Maybe I'll look at dangui and xiaoyao, baiju. Let's open them all up, why don't we? There's gansao. I'm also going to open up shengjiang and bohe because traditionally that's how you'd make it. You'd use those as well. So I have some information here about all these different herbs. And I can read and compare and think about maybe if I want to substitute something. But what else I can do that's really cool is go to the graph view, and I can now see a graphical display of the formula and the ingredients of the formula all around it in a visual way. If I want to think about something like a powder, for example, maybe I want to use a different form of ginger, I can click on the shengjiang here and I can look down at all the notes and I'll see weijiang, shengjiang pi, all this stuff, ganjiang, paojiang. Maybe I want to use ganjiang, for example. Maybe this case, this patient has more heat or something like that. So I can look this up and I can start to make a decision that way. I can look at any of these herbs like fuling, right? We're going to see there's powders. Maybe we'll want to use fushen or something instead, right? So we can learn a lot about ways to modify a formula without necessarily changing the ingredients too much. That's all here. And the next thing we could do if we want is compare it to, let's say something like, I'm going to minimize this. Let's say something like Jian. Maybe we want to see what that formula looks like in terms of the architecture. And we can see the commonality, the common element is going to be the dangui here. So I'm just going to click on my Jian and I'm going to use wander mode and expand that. And I get everything. I know it's bananas, look at all this stuff. But then I'll just use my filters and I'll turn down everything that's not a single herb ingredient. And now I can see the formula architecture, and I can see right here that when we look at Jian, it's got a lot more tonification and yin nourishing. It's got the dangui in common with Xiao, and it's got the chuanlianzi for a bit of qi regulation. And we can look at the Xiao and compare that and see what's going on here in terms of like, is there some dampness, right, going on? That's not really addressed with Jian. Maybe let's add another one, San. Let's put that in the mix. Now we can compare that as well. And already we can see some common ingredients. Dangui looks like it's at the heart of this trifecta, right? You can see the danguis attached to everybody. But I'm going to go ahead and expand out the San as well. And we'll just get rid of some of these miscellaneous. There we go. And now it's just a matter of kind of organizing our workspace here and making a little bit of room. So now we can see what's going on with all these ingredients of these three formulas. We can very easily, at a glance, start to compare and make a differential.